Okay. All right, let's get started. Happy Monday. It's the Mondayest of Mondays here at the Cartee house. So we're going to get started. We're going to talk about what we're thankful for. I would love to see it in the comments. 3 things that you are thankful for. Sunny, warm day to go for a run. I haven't even walked outside. I have no idea what it's like here. Ability to run. I like that. And no plans for this weekend. That is nice. What are you thankful for? Just a heart of gratitude. Oh, Kelly, for that magic post. Now you're going to have to share for those of watching. They're going to want to know what is the magic post. Not everybody knows. So throw that in the comments. Let us know. Let us know what that magic post is. And I do apologize for y'all not having this beautiful PowerPoint that Tina Marie made that would keep us on track, but we will keep going. I see myself twice. It's kind of like crazy around here. But also, I love this question. Tina Marie asked it the last Work With Me's, and I just think it's great that we ask ourselves this, especially it being Monday. What went well last week and what was missed last week? So I would love to hear from you. What went well last week? Maybe even this weekend. I know I work a lot on, when I say I work a lot on the weekends, I think in our business, weekends are important often. So what went well? What was missed? What can you do better? Thank you, Kelly, for putting that in that chat. Does anybody have anything that went well? I'm trying to.
Hey, for me, what went well is we did so many three-way messages this week. Seriously, like actually got in them and communicated.
Well, good. And you've seen a lot of success of helping your tap rooting, helping your team grow, reach some points. I don't know who hosted a messenger event for a friend that signed one. That's awesome, Tanya. I'm hearing lots of good things about those messenger events. Doing good. That's awesome. And then, you know, we always think, even in just planning our team stuff, okay, what worked and how can we make it better? So what are some things you can do this week, just maybe to make it better? And just taking some time to jot those things down. You signed up for Insta Club Hub there, Tanya. Okay, those are great. So just for the sake of time, y'all know words of affirmation are not my strong suit. But I was like really looking, just planning my month and just a Bible study I'm doing. We talked about a lot yesterday in small groups. So I wrote down, excellence is not the same as perfection. And, you know, I preach to my kids all the time, you know, do things with excellence, do things with excellence. And that's my heart here with Lexus is I want to do things with excellence, but I also can flip to not doing things perfect. I can sometimes be, my father says I can be a perfectionist, and I don't always see it in myself because if you know me, I'm like, I'm not perfect, but I tend to avoid things if I do not feel like I can do it right. So excellence is not the same as perfection. And for me, that just means I want to do things with excellence. I want to show up, but they don't have to be perfect. And if you just read my Groundhog Day, I just made a Groundhog Day post and I almost didn't even post it because my groundhog pancakes were terrible, y'all. They look terrible. But I was like, but that's the fun of it, you know? So anyway, that is kind of like my affirmation this month, like all month for myself is excellence is not the same as perfection. Like show up, do my best. And it's okay that if my best is not the best in the world, you know? So, anyway, I don't know if that's, sorry, I'm not the that might not be a great affirmation for you, but for me, that's like what I need to hear and keep preaching to myself this month. Is excellent. Oh, that's good to hear. I'm not sure who iPhone is because I'm really confused right now with all these screens going on, but it's good to hear that someone else relates to me. So write down, find something, notice what you notice. Oh, Amanda. Yay, Amanda. That's great. And I still have my I am committed from last week on my mirror because I am committed. I am going to post every day, all 28 days in February. You're going to see something on Instagram from me. It might not be perfect, but it's going to be my best. So it kind of goes along with that. Okay, so today, our whole 2 weeks is building up to our 30 days of health and happiness. And we're going to have a video for you tomorrow after we wrap up this great month of January. I'm excited about this. We always want to give our people a customer experience. And I think this is so important. I talked about this last week. I chimed in that using this to help your team grow and then use their referral link. So it starts February 14th. It's easy to remember because it's Valentine's Day. But today we're really focusing on, every day we're going to be focusing on a different group of people to invite and to share this with. But today I really wanted to go ahead and talk about our potentials, those people who have not bought Plexus yet. And I love that you've used the magic post. We're doing different things to attract people to Plexus. And I'm going to give you some shells of some things, because I think the key is really getting in the mind of who you want to join, what's going to attract them to this. So I have it on my slides, but I can't share it right here. But I do have some slides. If you're part of Christy McCade's stuff, it's part of her stuff. I'm going to have to pull up my phone. I will put it in that work with me chat. If you're not part of that, please ask somebody to add you to that real quick. I'm going to do that real quick. These are for your stories. Work with me. And so we're focusing. Okay. I just sent 8 story ideas that really work well with this. And basically it's, if you weren't quite ready for January, February is for you. Now I'll tell you, I don't love these. To me, I don't love the graphics, but if this is the best you can do, use this, let's put it in our stories. Go ahead today, get people ready. Another key little, I guess, statistic you could throw in there, or maybe I plan to kind of go live and talk. 80% of Americans have quit their New Year's resolutions by February 1st. People need to know that. Make you a cute graphic, whatever you want to do, and say, hey, if you're one of those people, come join me. That is why we're doing this in February. And these slides go through, it's not about weight. It's not about your pant size. It's not about the scale. It's not about your age. I'm reading it right now. And if you're looking at those, but then it's just like, it's about your health. Consistent, helping support, helping us feel better. So we're going to take a few minutes. I want you today to get this in your stories, because we want to continue for the next 14 days. We want to hit hard for them to come join us in February. And you can put a little poll. You can use these graphics, and that's fine. And just stick a poll in there. Are you interested? Want to join me? Whatever you want to do. But let's take just a few minutes and plan out whether or not you want to use these exact ones, or I might use these slides and just replace some of the pictures with more personal pictures to kind of catch their eyes. I'm gonna mute my dog and my child yelling. All right, for time's sake, and I'll tell you, for these WAMs, I'm not real concerned about how long we're here. If you need to get off in 30 minutes, you can get off and watch the rest of the recording. If we need to spend an hour to get what we need done, let's get an hour and get it done. But just know, even if you throw it in your stories right now, because I wasn't able to, because I'm managing this weird computer phone thing. Just know today, that's our goal. We're going to do it. It might not be perfect, but we're going to do it because we're going to stay consistent and we're going to stay committed. So we're going to get something in our stories to remind, for me, it's the knowledge of just, this is why we're doing this and you're invited. And each day we're going to kind of sprinkle what it is in there. So next thing, which is our work with me's, because it is Monday, and I think this is so important, and you might have done this Friday with Tina Marie, but if you didn't, is schedule your times to work. So I hope you have a calendar. If you're like me, it's full of ball games, ballet, sick kids even, because I don't know, maybe I'll be stuck inside all week. But figure out when you're going to work, the non-negotiables, and share with an accountability or your upline. Know when you're going to work this week to set ourselves up for success, because what you do this week will determine where your points are at the end of February. Okay, it's going to determine where you are in the success fronts. So this is not a lottery. I was just talking to someone about this. Like, you got to work. So figure out when you're going to work, set those hours. Let's just take a couple of minutes and do that. And I'll add on there, I'm a huge time blocker. There have been seasons, and I'm kind of entering that season I see already again. It's easier for me to time block my non-negotiable family hours. Like, these are the hours that I'm going to turn off my phone. I'm going to shut my computer. I'm not going to answer things. And it might be that you're in that type of season too, that it's almost like you've got to work the nooks and crannies. But you need to set those hours to make sure you're not I'm going to say over hustling. I'm going to say that. But knowing when you're going to give undivided attention to this, I think it's very important to have at least a little bit of time each day for that. So you might look at your calendar and say, hey, this is when I'm not going to be working at all. And that's a good thing to keep in mind, depending the season of life you're in. Nothing says the season of my life as I'm writing with a crayon. I don't know where any pens are in my house, but hey, it works. So, okay. So next thing I will say, and again, I can't show you because I'm using my phone. Plan your post. So Tina Marie did a wonderful job of kind of setting up. I kind of updated it. I'm going to screenshot this and send it in the chat just so you have it later after this call. Because I was looking at the week, I use Planoly. I know some of you have heard me talk about Planoly. I love Planoly. I probably don't use it you can use it different ways. Sometimes I just put my posts in there and then I copy and paste and it doesn't go. Anyway, sometimes I might not have them planned exactly, but when I'm feeling creative, I sit down and write a lot. I put all my pictures in there. It keeps me very organized. So if you don't have Planoly, if you're looking for something, I highly recommend that. But planning your post for this week. Today, I'm going to say, is the last day of our sale. Okay, it's like February 1st. Welcome packs will not be, is it 10% off? Right, 10% off. Okay, so they have something else better for us. So y'all get ready. But tomorrow, so last day. So I know there's some really great posts floating out there. I'm going to make sure on my feed is reminding people this was the last day. So that's going to be today's post. Tuesday, it says, yes, the sale is great for low PVers. I agree. It is the last day for active and immune. Yes. Thank you for reminding me that. It was all on a thingy, but I can't see it because it was on my phone. So just the last day. It's the last day of the month. Do that like call to action. If you've been thinking about it, let's do it. Tuesday, ask your audience for an opinion. I think just adding a value. And there's a reason I didn't do plexus that day, but you could do plexus. So I've been doing a lot of snooping at people who are killing it right now in plexus. I was telling El today, they would be doing what we say is throwing up plexus on their accounts. They post testimonies. So I'm not going to discourage you. If you want to post about plexus every day, if it works for your audience, do it. Wednesday is Groundhog Day. Woohoo! So it'd be fun. I think it's fun when people, I don't know, there's so many things you could talk about Groundhog Day. You could even talk about your health in Groundhog Day. Like if you wake up and it's the same every single, I feel like the possibilities are endless with going with that theme. Or if you're like me, you just need to do ugly groundhog pancakes. People like it. Thursday, information about specific plexus product. I think there's going to be some that you're going to want to share about. So I'll give you that little hint. So we're going to say Thursday, there's going to be some products that you're going to want to share about because there might be some specials about them. So I think getting that on your feed. Thank you, Kelly. Friday, to me, fun day Friday, you can do whatever. But Saturday, I'm going to challenge you, post a testimony on your feed. And I know I'm talking to all different types of people here. There's some of you who post beautifully. There's some of you that are consistent with posting about plexus on your feed. But I also think there's some of you who are more like me who have started, you don't post about plexus enough. I'm just going to say it. You do not post about, if you're struggling getting new customers or even people interested in the business, look at how much you're posting about plexus. Maybe they don't realize how passionate you are. Maybe you have new audience that doesn't know the success stories. There are so many great success stories out there. So make sure you're sharing at least one a week, if not more. And then Sunday, use Sunday, as to evaluate. I don't really care what you post on Sunday. The main thing is I know some of us need a plan. Have a plan, stick with it. We're going to be consistent. It might not be perfect, but we're going to do it with the best that we can. So I'm going to mute myself so y'all can kind of look and see. Y'all can take any of those. Thank you, Reese. And see what you want to plan out so far. But you can't plan out that informational one because you need to wait and see what the special is for February. And I'm going to tell y'all a little just advice that I do. Y'all can watch Reese play basketball back there with, I don't know. I go and I like, if the top of the search of plexus, not plexus, Facebook, you can put in groundhog and plexus. Just put those two words and see what comes up. And not that I'm encouraging you to copy and paste, but I sometimes get really good ideas from other people. Like what did they post in years past about, it might like today about motherhood being Groundhog Day. I Googled Groundhog Day and motherhood, and there were so many articles about motherhood being like Groundhog Day. And I didn't copy any of that, but I was like, this is so right. It's like, so it kind of just spurred my own creativity in my own world. So don't be afraid to do that. Look at the top. Like, even if you're like, I really want to post about ease. I don't really share about ease. Just look up and see what other people are saying about ease and see if that helps you form your own ideas. Because I think the number one thing I hear from people is, I don't know what to post. I don't know how to post. And I'm like, well, just go see how other people post and give it time, find some quiet or don't find some quiet. I never have quiet, y'all. And just block out some time to be like, I'm going to find my own creative. Is the ball on the shelf? I don't know. Is it? Oh, it is. Okay, I'll go, but I'm going to leave y'all with a task before I go get the ball. Tim Marie's never going to ask me to do one of these ever again. Make a list. Okay. I want you to make a list. And again, today we are reaching out to people who are not actively using. So not our white lines, not our partial PVers. We're going to do that another day. This is, who do you want to reach out to and ask, will you be, hey, would you be, I'm not even going to say, are you going to be interested? Would you be, I'm going to say open to, I don't even know if that really works with this, but to talk about and invite them to be part of the 30-day challenge, part of health and happiness. So we're going to stop, and I'm even going to do this in the chaos of this. I'm going to hand him his ball, and I hadn't done this yet. I want 20 names of people that I am going to talk to about this challenge. And I'm going to challenge you to really talk to them in the next week, because if they haven't been using Plexus, they really need to get that order in the next week. Okay. To really be ready for the 14th. Okay. So however that looks, I will say there's a special dropping that might maybe make your list today, even if you don't want to reach out to them today, because tomorrow you might want to use that special and say, hey, there's this special, and these products would be a good introduction to some of what we have here. So I want the 20 names. I want you to comment, did it, when you have 20 names down. Okay. And I'm just saying, clarify, this might even be part of some follow-up. I know maybe it doesn't, but I know I have some people that I've talked to about Plexus in the past, but they've never bought from me. So I know that's probably another category there, but I'm being bold with some people I haven't talked to, but I'm also using this for some follow-up. Whoa. These two cruises so spectacular.
Every year, your great-great-grandpa puts on the dump show to mark the end of the other one.
And you can get in. Hey, let's say you have your own ticket.
Dad, listen, I apologize for that. But also, I'll get you.
How?
Because I happen to know where he's been hiding.
Hey, I'm gonna have to hop off. I just wanted to say thanks.
All right, well, now I'm over here just to work, and be sure to check. Be sure to check the chats. I'm going to put some scripts there and finish, and I apologize. I know this was like a hot mess, but hey, we're getting it done. So just check that, because I really do want the focus today is getting it on your stories, making that last day of the month post, and also reaching out to those people, knowing who you want to reach out to get part of this challenge. So thanks, Tanya. I'm fixing to share. In fact, that just brings me to the next thing is really having those scripts. I have one that I didn't type out because it's on here, but I'm fixing to share it in the comments, some scripts. And really just that keyword. And I know y'all, I think y'all probably all listen to Christine talk about really using like, would this be something you're open up to? Like, you're not trying to make a sell in this one script's probably not going to make a sale, but just opening that conversation up with people to talk about Plexus and the products, and obviously the business. So that's really, I mean, we're kind of done there. So I will put that script in the comments, because it's a real script I'm using. I like to be true to work with me. I am, y'all, it's so funny. I could have shared this. I probably did not record this well because I did not share my screen with the PowerPoint, even though I was using it. But does anybody have, I'm going to stop the recording. Oh, I don't think you have to stop the recording. And then if you have any questions, I don't mind staying on here.